Okay, so I'm still moving my worms around from my original worm bin over to my new one, and I discovered something the other day. Here in Houston, we've finally reached 100-degree weather. Not that feels like the actual 100-degree weather. So now that it's into the 100-degree weather time, I'm moving my worms, but there's some issues I gotta be careful of because worms don't like it too hot. But what do? One of the things that's great about nature is that it takes care of itself. In this pile you see here, it can maintain its temperature a lot cooler than the ambient temperature, the outside temperature, which is really great. So what I was doing initially is I was moving them from the other worm bin over into this system here, which works pretty good most of the year. But what it does is, the way it's designed, is you put the stuff in here with all of this air around, it kind of helps dry it out. As it dries out, it makes it easier for it to be sifted, right? When it's moved over, if it's too wet, it won't go through the different meshes, and I'll explain that later. So, but I was finding yesterday, they were all clumping together along the sides. It was like 100 and something degrees out here yesterday, and it was clumping off to the side. They were supposed to go down into the system. They weren't really going into the system. They were staying kind of close to the top. Now I know they don't really go all the way, they won't go all the way to the bottom of this. That's not how, they don't work that way. They only go like a few inches down anyway, maybe a foot or so. But at least to get out of the sun. But they was like barely under the ground yesterday. And so as I was trying to weed through this to get it to go down, they weren't really going down as fast as I would like. So I decided to just dump it all out of here and just dump it on top of the barrel. Now with this system, what's happening is as I go through and pull off some from the top, put it over here, sift it through these two different sifters, and just keep working down a little bit more. Eventually, I'll hit the layer where the worms are, and once I hit to where the worms are, see it better, then I stop, see it better here, and let them crawl on deeper into the system. Now it's forcing them into the new container. Also, they don't really like to move sometimes. They like to stay where they were, kind of thing too. But that sun, that light is gonna make them go back into the system. So with this, it should work a lot better as far as transferring them from the old system into the new, and go from there.